Hi everybody, today let's take a look at a project I just started. It's the Gutshot Games Stagetop 3D printed gaming table. And it's a Kickstarter that I backed, and it's also available on My Mini Factory, and I'll put a link below to My Mini Factory. It's a 3D gaming table, and it's an investment in time and filament. And the first couple that I made, the first two I made, it lifted in the corner, and I was a little bit upset. But then I re-leveled the bed, and now it works really good. Now the settings, here it is printing right now, and it's about 58%. Takes about maybe, it takes about maybe 12 hours or so. What I do is I set one before I go to work, and then by the time I get home, it's done. And then before dinner, I start another one, and then it'll be ready in the morning, and it's just kind of like an ongoing cycle. I printed about 20 so far. I'm going for 24. And then when I'm finished with this is the frame, and then when I'm finished with the frame, then I'll work on the little connecting part, and get maybe about 8 or 9 tiles per spool. And the settings I used, it's standard setting, and they recommend 15% infill. I left it at 20 just because, in my opinion, I feel it's a little stronger. Plus, on the Cura slicer I used, it was kind of hard to reset everything. And but anyway, I'll let it go for maybe an hour or two, and then I'll crank it up to 110%. Oh, also, I use hairspray. To make the piece stick, and I recommend, I don't know how you would do it, but I recommend that put a little more hairspray on the corners. Okay, and then that way it makes sure that the corners stick. No brim, no skirt, just print with no bed adhesion on the Cura setting, and then it'll print directly on there. I have as you can see, I have a Creality Ender 3, and the bed is just big enough for the frame. Now, they recommend, or they've engineered this to fit on, I think, no smaller than a 210 millimeter bed, and it's working out size wise. Just no skirt, no brim. Just start printing it on there. No bed adhesion, and it just takes a while. And I have it on the standard setting. And here's the finished frame, and then we have the bottom. I test fitted it with the lock, and it seems to work okay. And that's going to be the next thing. I'm going to be printing the locks. Then I'll print the legs, and I'm anticipating not using the tiles, the tile top things, the cobblestone or the plain or the wood grain. I'm thinking about just covering it with a piece of can't think of the name of it, but it's got styrofoam in the middle and then cardboard on top. I'm thinking about doing that, and then it's lightweight, and then that way I don't have to print up print up so many of these. You know, the part that goes in here, the the small tile, I think they call them tile lots. But anyway, I just don't want to print up a bunch of them. And then on top of the foam board, that's what I'm looking for. I'm going to put the foam core on the top, and then on top of that I might put some neoprene. Alright, so there we go. This is, as I said before, it's at 58.7%. It says it has about 8 hours left, so it should be ready. It's about 11 o'clock here, California, and this should be ready by the time I'm ready to go to work. And Bob's your uncle. So once again, I'll put the link below. What do you think? How are you printing the frames or the other elements of the table? And put your thoughts below. Subscribe it. Give me a hearty thumbs up. Thanks for watching. Bye now.